there. I may or may not. I may or may not. You know, and I got. But it doesn't hold up in court. Yo. So welcome back. It's No Feelings Meeting, episode 5. This one's gonna be a little bit shorter. But we got a couple topics that we wanted to hit up today, especially. If you were listening to me on YouTube, if you're listening to my podcast, listening to me on YouTube, I wasn't sure 100% if we were going to stream today because this nigga was dying yesterday, and so we wasn't sure, what was going to happen with that.
Well, I've been dying since Friday, but yesterday I just knew I was about to have my meeting with the Lord.
It's a good thing you started going back to church.
I called my mom and everything. I hadn't heard from her in a couple of days. I called her. I said I just wanted to call and give you my last word. And she thinks shit funny.
So
yeah, I don't know. I came down with something. I don't know what it was. I was about to go to the fucking hospital last night, and I told myself I said I'd give it one more night, and if shit don't change, then I'm taking my ass to the hospital today. So I got up this morning. I was feeling a lot better. I think yesterday my temperature was like up around 102. I woke up today, it was down to like 90, 98. And I checked it again a little while ago, it was down to 97. So, I'm back, bitches.
I felt kind of bad because you was over there talking about you was dying and shit. And I had a great fucking weekend. So I'm like, damn, I'm like, he over there dying and shit.
Like, this was like a weekend. When I tell you I've been in the bed since Friday, because I was, I worked, I was on call Friday, and I was basically just praying to the gods and shit that I didn't get any calls. Because I was like, I just can't I can't see myself getting up and going out anywhere. And I had been sick since Thursday, but I get sick once or twice a year. So usually when I get sick, I'm like, all right, especially it was Thursday. So I'm like, all right, if I get through today, I will go to work Friday, and then I got the weekend to kind of get better. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking nothing major. So Friday come, I'm feeling. Thursday I was sick or whatever. Friday come, it was shitty. I was like I was borderline about to get somebody to cover my own call, so then I wouldn't have to worry about that. But then I said, all right, I'll suck it up. I'll get through this, and I just got Saturday and Sunday. So I wake up Saturday. I'm like, oh shit, this shit still bad. All day I'm in the bed. I'm taking I'm taking Tylenol. I'm taking fucking Delsum and all of this shit, and ain't nothing helping. My girl made me a fucking hardy tardy. I swear she might have been trying to kill me, get some insurance money or something. I took like some I had some 8-hour Tylenol fucking type shit that I had been taking. So I took some Tylenol at whatever time I took it. So it was only about 5 or 6 hours that had passed, and my girl was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you a hardy tardy," and these hardy tardy shits can involve liquor. So I'm like, I took that Tylenol or whatever. She's like, oh no, you'll be alright. So she give me the hardy tardy with 2 shots of this old granddaddy liquor bullshit that's 50% alcohol. 2 shots of that, I was feeling drunk as fuck, so I don't know if that was just that mixed with the Tylenol shit that I took. And then about 2 hours later, she gave me some fucking Z-Quil. She was like, oh, this'll help you sleep. I'm like, yeah, I hope I wake up.
Damn.
I literally woke up. I got into bed at 10 o'clock. I fell asleep. I woke up at 12 o'clock. I woke up again at 2 o'clock. I woke up again at 4. Like, I woke up every 2 hours on the dot.
Damn.
So I was still feeling like that was Saturday night. So I woke up Sunday feeling. Yesterday was probably the worst day though. Like, back was killing me. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do, yo. But magically I woke up today and I was good. So
that's all that praying you've been doing, yo.
Allegedly.
Hey, it's all in the Lord's hands, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. But I'm back. I'm back.
There you go.
I know my supervisor happy I'll be back tomorrow. Fucking He texted me just to ask me email out to like the rest of the crew, like, yeah, I'll be at a doctor's appointment. If you need anything, call Will. I'm like, damn, nigga. I should have told you. No, I'm still sick. I don't know if
You'd have been fucked up, yo. Let's go, Aaron. Yeah. But we back after
back,
his near death experience.
you know, what don't kill you make you stronger, they say.
I don't know about that one, yo.
I don't either.
Like that was
I'm
always
just
one.
telling you what they say.
That was always one of those. Like I was like, you know, some shit you buy as a kid, and you'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like, and there be some shit you have to question. Like I was mad questioning that shit. Like even as a kid. Only because I think it was like the first time. I think the first time I got like sick as a kid that I can remember was like I had diarrhea, and I was throwing up. So I'm like, what the fuck you mean? What kill you? Don't kill you, make you stronger? I'm literally 10 pounds less. I'm dying out here.
Well,
like
that. Well, it's like if you get. It's like if you get shot once, and then you get shot again. I guess they saying maybe the second time you get shot. You know, because you know what it feel like, it don't hurt the same.
I just like to not get. Let's ask 50. Get 50 on call.
Well, I don't know, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure after a couple of those shots, he ain't feel the rest.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Felt
Like
every shot.
Like when you just get so numbed out on pain because you just get shot too much.
Like, I wonder if, like after he kind of woke up, would he be, and they asked him how many times he got shot, would he be able to say, or did they just say, you know, you had 9 bullet holes?
Yeah, but I'm never to go through that experience. You know, shout out to 50. Like he did it. You know, he a legend. I'm not trying to be that kind of legend.
No.
No disrespect to 50, but you know that's for him, not for me.
I'm definitely too old to be getting shot, and I don't sell no type of drugs. I retired from that business at the young age of 12.
You already figured you left your mark on the game, yo. You didn't need to do nothing else. You could retire.
Like niggas would probably be listening to me like, man, this nigga did a lot of shit at a young age. That's like I was telling my girl how I fucking started and stopped smoking at the age of 7.
Yeah.
I was like, my grandma sent me to go light a cigarette on the stove, and on my way back I decided to take a puff, and I ain't like that shit. First and last time I smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, cigarettes I can't do. That shit's like, and I ain't even like. I don't even think
and it's kind of fucked up. It's fucked up when you figure that out at 7.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have like the context of the story, you just like, yeah, I quit. I started and quit at 7 years old. Like the fuck was you?
Like some things people will say like, oh, I'll try to get, you know, maybe I'll try it again when I'm older or something.
Yeah.
That was like one of them things where I was like, nah.
Yo, I fucked up. I chose the Colts playbook for offense and defense in this game, and it's just some trash.
Oh man, Marshawn Lynch had a field day with whoever the fuck I was just playing, whoever I played. He had 5 touchdowns, and I think they said he's 2 touchdowns away from the season record for most. What's the record for most touchdowns in a season? Rushing touchdowns. Did we ever figure that out? Let me see.
LT has it for I think it's 29.
Oh yeah. So like I think I'm at. I don't even remember where I'm at, but I'm about to break that shit next game. But yeah, let's you want to get into it? I'm gonna pull it up real quick into the topic.
Yeah. So if you like any other normal human in the 21st century, you probably got Twitter, and if
or
you
Facebook.
Oh, was it blowing up on Facebook too? I only saw it on Twitter. I didn't really see it on Facebook.
Well, no,
like that.
the first place I seen it was Twitter, and then I seen it on I seen it on yeah, I definitely seen it on Twitter first.
Okay, yeah.
And then I seen it later on like I seen it later on Facebook, and then I started seeing like clips on Instagram.
Yeah. So about there was what his name, Keenan, I believe, is the
It's
kid's name.
I got it pulled up now. It's Keaton Jones.
Yeah, Keaton Jones.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah, Keaton Jones. His mom posted a video, and it was him like really upset because there was people bullying him and picking on him at school, and he was talking about why do people gotta bully? It's like just because I look different or just because I act different, like why are the people who's gotta make fun of people, and why is there people basically like the same shit like everybody kind of thinks, and like I did some dumb shit as a kid, like I can't even speak from the perspective of like I've been on both sides when people try to fuck with me or bully me, and I've been on the other side. So I'm not speaking from a puritanical standpoint here. But it's like, I think
I do feel like most people have been on both sides at some point.
Yeah, no, 100%. Which is why it always gets brought up. It's like, well, why did we do it? And obviously, like most people tell you, like peer pressure, and if you're not the person getting bullied, you don't want to be the person getting bullied. You just kind of, you join in and shit.
Well, yeah, some people look at it as a way to say, if I make sure the attention stay on talking about this person, then it won't end up on me.
100%. And so the video it blows the fuck up. I think I found it personally through it was Anthony Rizzo, who's a baseball player on the Cubs, because Major League Baseball retweeted it, and then LeBron and JR's was in my timeline. And LeBron was saying how fucked up bullying was. JR ended up inviting him out to a Cavs game. And however you found it, because obviously everybody follows different people on Twitter, but there was a lot of support as far as like celebrities saying they're inviting him out to these different events and all this stuff going on. And at first, within that first hour of it like really blowing up, it was like dope. Like, this guy with this kid, however, whether it's mom or him recording it, they were able to expose some light, and people had like a positive human reaction, right? Like it was like, yeah, bullying is fucked up.
He was getting support. He was getting support from everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know exactly the time, because I think I even I was recording last night. So I think when the second part of the story started to break, I kind of got the aftermath of it, because when I get in my zone of recording, I'm really not paying attention to what's going on. And so I woke up this morning and I see like these tweets, and now it's like the tweets and about it, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool, people still showing love or whatever. And then I'm starting to see a whole bunch of angry tweets, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck happened? And now, because like anything on the internet, once people find people don't get, like, once you go viral, like, not this, the video or the clip or whatever you did to go viral is not the only thing that's gonna become viral now. Like, you become viral, and niggas will find you. And so people were pulling up old pictures of the mom's Facebook or the Instagram or whatever it was, and there was pictures with the Confederate flag. There was, the Dear Butthurt Americans post that I saw. A whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's definitely, I've seen that one too.
Like, there was a whole bunch of shit that made, you had to question some things. Like, okay, what the fuck's going on? There was a GoFundMe started, which I didn't get. I think we both agreed, like, we didn't get, like, why, like, out of everything, like, why would you need a GoFundMe for it? Like, that just seems kind of weird. Not saying
shit that, even with the fuck shit that came up with his mom, it was like, it didn't really change the fact, people feeling how they felt about the kid. But that's one of the things, like, number one, why do you need to GoFundMe? And I don't know if you saying it, but back and forth with people, and in a span of like, I don't know, I guess 24 hours, she went from saying that they didn't start a GoFundMe to saying that the GoFundMe was theirs.
Yeah, no, the sister's been doing some questionable shit too, which I want to clarify, and you started to bring it up. By no means, and what I think this is like an interesting topic, and we said it on our I think it was episode 4, might have been episode 3, but when it comes, like, if literally we say the line, if you're under the age of 20 and you're racist, it's because your parents drilled that shit into your head. And I want to take this time where it's like, regardless of how effed up a person, and I haven't seen all the stuff, like, I haven't followed the story close enough, like, to that extent, like, of all the stuff that's happening with his mom, he's not responsible for what his mom does. If she's a shitty person, like you cannot hold. He's like 10, I think, 10 or 11, something like that. I'm not holding a 10-year-old responsible for what a grown ass woman is doing, right? Oh, yo, I'm gonna go back to that one. I'm gonna pull that video up.
In this bitch.
Yeah, like. And like, regardless of what I'm about to say about his mother, his family in general, this is not a reflection of like the kid, and it doesn't also change the fact that it's like you getting bullied to that degree is still fucked up. Like that's not changing my stance on that. Now, that being said, fuck that bitch. For one. Like, like I know you said something about the sister saying like change the GoFundMe. Like, GoFundMe is not like this thing where, oh, I can just get money because people feel sad for me or people like me. Like, GoFundMe is supposed to be for a reason. Like we talked about before we even got on here for a few minutes. It's like, if you find out some dude, you know, got this fucked up situation and he's about to lose a leg and he needs money for surgery. All right, that's a GoFundMe reason, right? Like, even doing YouTube, like YouTubers have like Patreons, right? And so it's a way to fund someone who's doing something that YouTube won't necessarily pay them or pay them adequately, but enough people are into it that they're like, yeah, I'll donate my $5, and you get 1,000 people donate $5, the project gets to keep going. Like, those are GoFundMe causes, not I got bullied and now I need money for the fuck you need money for. Like,
look, like you said, yeah, it's fucked up that he got bullied, but I'm looking now at the at what is supposed to be the GoFundMe account for Keaton, and it says so far they have raised $55,098.
yeah, that's crazy. First off, who the fuck donated?
In one day.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is donating. Like, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Twitch, leave a comment. Let me know. And maybe you have some, like, and I'm willing to, no, let me figure, like, what made you decide to donate? Because the only thing I could possibly think of is, like, if you have someone in your family who went through some traumatic bullying shit, and you're like, oh, if I could give some money to help, like, with therapy or some shit. Because that's the only thing I can even, like, kind of think of at the moment. Like, I can't, and I think that one's even a stretch. But it's like, I can't think of any legitimate reason. So, if you can think of a legitimate reason, or maybe you actually donated, like, let me know. Because I'm real fucking confused. And let me know what your routing number is. Because, nigga, I'm going to start to GoFundMe.
Man, if y'all donating to shit like that, wait till y'all see the type of shit I type up in the description of my GoFundMe account.
Like, that's like
if that's what you get for getting bullied,
hell yeah, like it's just crazy to me, like. And then fucking,
I'm gonna just put in my description that they Rodney King me.
Damn, yo.
I got to hit at least $500,000. I mean, this dude hit 50,000 in one day. Was it 50 or did I say 50?
Hey, is that being a culture vulture if you take like Rodney King's situation?
No, I'm black.
I was like, yeah, but that's some deep shit. I'm like, really, no, that just fucked me up. Like if you literally was to go on the GoFundMe and you literally describe like, yo, they pulled me out the car, there was no cameras, like and you literally just describe Rodney King, like what would they do to you? I'm just trying to figure out, like, is that stealing from the culture? Let me know down in the comment section.
I don't think that's stealing from the culture, yo. Especially with the way police brutality going on now. And did you actually see that other video that was going around on Facebook?
The white guy,
one kid, that got killed in the hotel.
Yeah,
that was kind of crazy. I mean, I did. I think I did see it with the audio. That was kind of crazy too.
That one was extremely like fucked up and jarring, and that's which, by the way, because and I'm going to say this, and this is probably where I'm going to get there's someone who's going to call me. I'm probably going to get called the coon for this statement. If you're truly against police brutality, that video should be just as disgusting. Like, regardless of the ethnicity of that person. Because I remember I saw a video, and it was some dude at or it was a security guard at I want to say it was a football game, but I could be wrong, right? Like it could be rugby or some shit or some outdoor festivity. And it was dude just kind of like security guard was just being a dick and being like over the top aggressive with this person, pulling them out their seat, dragging them across and shit. And like the headline and the Twitter got a hold of it, and you know Twitter do some fucked up shit. But it became this thing of it's like, oh yeah, you know, ain't it funny when the white guy gets his privilege revoked? And I'm like, hold up, like why? That's still a person who just got like rights revoked and abused. And like the video of the hotel, it's like this dude is on his hands and knees crying his ass off, like screaming, "Don't shoot!" Like where and the fact and this is still a fucking joke. The fact that the system is set up to where police get tried as police and not as people, because how you get off from what is basically being executed in the fucking hallway of a hotel is disturbing, disgusting, and a whole bunch of other words I probably can't pronounce. But if you got some big ass words that mean terrible fucking thing, let me know, because that's what that was. Like,
and I mean, I know I didn't really get all the details of it. I definitely, I think I read something that was saying that, you know, the guy was waving. They said he was waving some type of gun around out the window. I don't know how true that is. I know most hotel windows don't open, but I think they said it might have been like an airsoft gun or something like that, or either pointed at people inside, something crazy like that. And I don't know, maybe somebody called the cops. So, and then I mean, you know, some of the people were saying that he was drunk and scared, and because now I mean even in that video, it was like he told him put your hands up, you know, or get on the ground, put your hands up, crawl towards me. Don't keep your hands up while you crawling towards me or without, like, you know. So it was like the commands he was giving the guy was kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, it was like I said, it was one of those things where I'm like, just as a person, as people, like we should be I don't know, like it's. I didn't get called a boy.
You coming through loud and clear on here.
You are.
Yeah, she definitely called you a boy.
I was like, hold up.
He is a boy.
She definitely wild.
And I'm not being with the Landry or my mom.
I'm a year younger than y'all, and I'm 6'8", 260. How the fuck am I a boy?
And I low-key thought you took my package and wrapped it under the tree.
You said you're not beefing with the lad. That package?
Yeah.
That's for me. Why would I wrap my stuff under the tree?
Because it got something for me too.
Hey, let me see.
You streaming.
True shit. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Hey. Oh, but yeah, no. So like, I don't know if you wanted to before we are transitioning back to the original. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to the bullying story. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Some of the shit, like it's always like some shit, you know, like I felt bad for the whole situation, and then it was like, you know, kind of after I found out what I found out, some of this shit I was seeing online, I was like, yeah, that's some true shit. Like, because I think I was reading somebody, they were saying somebody said that was karma. You paying for what your parents did or some shit like that. And I mean, I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. That's like a fucked up thing to say.
Yeah, because like you shouldn't I work with kids, and I'm like I'm pro kid as fuck, right? Like I just, you know, yes, there's kids that drive me up a fucking wall and they do stupid shit, but it's like when you're of it, like I don't think you should ever have to pay for your parents' sins. That's just not. I don't think you should either. But like,
I do think that, like, if I'm putting myself in if I'm putting myself into the situation, it's like I can't I can't that's like being a parent that goes up to the school acting crazy all the time, and then wonder why the teachers are probably acting a certain way towards your kid or something like that.
I
They
know.
shouldn't.
I know a couple of those parents. I got
Yeah, but
approached
it's
by a
like one
couple
of
of
the
those
things to
parents
where,
today, actually.
well,
So,
yeah, but that's like one of the things to where it's like, yeah, the kids shouldn't have to pay for it, but more times than not, like, because as people, we not perfect, and everybody can't really control their emotions.
Yeah.
So,
Which is a great lesson, by the way. Parents, don't be shitty fucking people, or run up to me at fucking 5:43 in the at fucking nighttime, telling me about what happened 10 hours ago when they were at school and try to blame us. But that's another situation. I can't dry snitch on myself. Uh, I was so heated about that shit. Like someone pissed me all the way the fuck off today. But anyway, um, so yeah, that's all I got on the situation. Really, it's like it's
yeah,
fucked
we
up.
could definitely move on to the next one. I
Yeah.
don't know. Did you want to talk about the Eminem shit on this one, or did you want to wait because that one? Or did you want to at least wait until the album? Because when does that album come out?
Well, regardless of when the album comes out, because this is not condemning the album. This is not condemning the artist. I'm about to go off on two people right now, and this is two people that we talked about not a whole lot about, and I think they get kind of connected. And I'm about to go off on not only I'm about to go off on Kendrick because Kendrick did some fuckboy shit, and like the internet acted like it was the second coming of Jesus, and I was heated. So.
Well, yeah, tell me what Kendrick did first, because I don't know if I seen that. Like you said earlier, I almost died this weekend.
So Kendrick released, and I'll give the benefit of the doubt, right? I don't know the inside, so technically maybe someone at the label, maybe someone forced him to do it, right? He released the remastered version of Damn.
Where he did it back, where he like put it backwards or whatever.
Yeah, you remember when I was talking about last episode? I'm like, it just sounded like some like try hard shit when he was like, oh, you're supposed to listen to the album backwards, and when you do that.
So I do remember. I remember when that came out, when that whole thing came out to the media, him saying that the album should be listened to backwards. I didn't know that he was gonna be re-releasing it for like a money grab or some shit. That's what I'm assuming it is.
It was some fuckboy shit.
I didn't know he did it before you just told me, but I'm assuming it was for a money grab. Not saying that Kendrick is broke, but
like it was just the most fuck. It was like he literally took this whole because Damn did well, but it's probably the first album that like the general consensus on Kendrick. It's the one album you can say right now, for sure that will never be a classic. For sure that's never gonna be like an all-time great, and that might actually end up being the worst thing in his discography. Like To Pimp a Butterfly, people will, I'm not personally, but people have put in like could be a classic possibly down the line, and Good Kid, Mad City is a classic. So it's the worst of his projects, right? And so because of that, it was like he just. And I'm not trying to assume or say like I know what he's or know like what he's thinking, but because of the reaction to it, it's like it almost feels like, oh, well, I gotta sit there and go be like over the top Kendrick and say some weird shit, and people just gonna be like, yeah, that's deep. Like he's just this deep thinker, and he knows stuff that we don't. And I was just like, it just sounds like some fuckboy shit. And then he actually releases it, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like,
I'm saying the niggas know they can like organize that shit however they want to.
100%. And with albums and the example I always go to is T.I. and not saying everybody makes as many songs as T.I. and Wayne does this too. Or it's like every album they got, it's basically 40 songs, right? And they just cut and they pull from those 40 songs. Now, I'm never gonna say anyone makes as much music as Wayne, and most niggas probably make as much music as T.I. But if you're getting a 20-song album, or I think Damn's like 17 songs. No, Damn is short. Damn is like 12, 13 songs.
Yeah,
but
that might have been. I'm gonna pull it up now.
It's like but that's still at least 20 songs were made going to that album, right? And even as great as Kendrick is like telling this story throughout his albums, there is spots and things, and since he's so big on like interludes, like each song doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Oh, I almost thought I got picked off. Like he can still play around with the songs even and still get the same story across. But like the internet praised him, and there's like, oh, this creative genius, like, and all this other shit. I'm like, no, that's not what makes you a creative genius. Just because you got the first time in your career had an album or a big time project that wasn't like critically acclaimed. Like, and Dame's not a bad album. I think it is overrated, and I think it has very little replay value, but it's not a bad album. If it was his first album, it would probably be in, like, it would be talked about better because it'd be like, oh shit, that's a really good first album for someone. But it's not his first album, it's his third album. And really, you can almost even say fourth, because Section 80 is damn near an album, but it's a mixtape. But if that's the case, Wayne has 45 albums, and we're not going there.
And y'all niggas gonna have to start defining what y'all call a genius, because y'all can't keep calling all these rappers geniuses.
100%. And
just because they can rap don't make them a genius.
And to go to my next supposed genius is, and this is not me condemning the album. I will give another opinion once the album is out, but I will condemn what I've heard.
Even after seeing that checklist, it better be another fucking diss to it.
Like, if this is the style that he's using on the album, I will listen to this album, and I'm talking about Eminem. I will listen to it once and probably never listen to it again. So, obviously Walk on Water, which I'm not even like, that's despite the fact that's not his, like, sonically his kind of song, the style of coming out with like the big pop star, like when he did Recovery and Rihanna was on the single, and when he did Marshall Mathers LP2 has Pink on it, like I wasn't even mad about that. The fact he had Beyonce on there, it's like, okay, whatever. Did I like the song? Not really. Have I listened to the song since that night?
The worst part about the song, wasn't no drums on it.
100%.
I ain't gonna diss it too bad because it got Queen Bee on it.
Like, but it's for, like, that song just was not, like, it was not what I was expecting. And understand, I know I'm saying this, and I'm definitely the same way with Kendrick. I'm coming from the perspective of, I do have a certain standard for you because you've proven and you've set this standard for yourself. Like, let me tell you, if Uzi dropped Walk on Water, I'm thinking, holy shit, he just became a fucking lyrical genius. Like, it's, by the way, speaking of lyrical genius, not to sidetrack myself, Killer Mike is dope, and Run the Jewels is dope as fuck live. I just went there last night. If you ain't, like, put some respect on Killer Mike's name. Like, that man is a monster. That's also a big nigga. He need to lose some weight. But that's besides the point. That was a tough. You're like, I was like, damn, how you fatter in person? But
Listen, I thought the camera added 10 pounds.
Hell yeah, like, but it's like that.
So you added
that, and then I can't even think of the name of it right now, but the song that M just dropped, that was oh shit, I can't even think of the name of it at the moment, but
I'm about to pull it up now. I listened to it. I can't remember what it was called.
And
it's gotta be hot right now.
It's going to fall into this, like, the same thing with Walk on Water, whereas it's like, just because the concept is cool, or sorry, not Walk on Water, same thing with the freestyle they did the BT. Just because we fuck with the concept doesn't make it a great song, which is how Untouchable. There you go. Like, and it's how I can tell. And I've become like an audio snob over the past years. I've worked on my podcast, and like, I've become like a lot more analytical with a lot of it. I don't just like listen or watch something for like the enjoyment factor. Like, I'm actually like trying to study and figure out like these different things. A lot of niggas that listen to music, they is only listening for one thing. They're not taking into the fact of like, it's not just the words you say. It's not just your flow. It's not just the music behind it or the beat behind it. Like, it's a combination of all those things. And like, both those records are not great. And it's coming from a dude who is great. So like he is expected of that standard. And
that's the thing. You always gonna be compared to yourself. So it's like if you've done great shit, you know, in the past, you only being compared to you. So we not comparing him to what anybody else has done. We only comparing him to him.
100%.
So all the criticism. I mean, you can't even really argue the criticisms.
Yeah, it's like, and so it's like, is it dope? Like what he's talking. It's like the and we can actually get into this even a little bit. Something you brought up to me earlier this week, like the Logic record, right? So the 1-800. I think it's a dope concept. I don't necessarily actually think, as I've listened to it a couple of times, it's an okay song. But because the concept is so big, it's like we kind of overlook it being an okay song. We kind of elevate it to this great status because, it's like, cool, like mental health, like, like if you're struggling with some shit, like there's people out there, like they want to help you. And that is dope. But that don't make the song better. So, yeah, no, what he's released so far is trash. It's absolute trash.
Trinidash.
Like,
shout out to Queen B though.
Yeah, no, like
she was singing that shit.
So it's just it's one of those things. Like I said, I will listen to it. I am too big of a fan of his, and he's such an intricate part of like hip hop history. Like I will give the album a listen to, but if it all sounds like that and it's just the message more so than the substance, I will listen to it once, be like, all right, that's cool, and probably never listen to it again. So for all y'all fuck boys on Twitter that's claiming like I was reading shit like, oh, M's back, he's back to being the king. Off. And like I said,
living in a fantasy land.
And it's like I said, it doesn't speak on his album. It doesn't speak on his career. I think he's top 5 whether this album flops or not. What I think it does though, on another note, I think it does separate him. Or no, I'm sorry, other way around. I think it actually separates Hove from him because now when you're comparing albums, you can both make the case, okay, they both have 1 or 2 albums that are so-so, especially for their par, and their final album you'd have to give it to 444.
If most recent, I guess we'll say.
Well, I figure this is his last album, and 444 I figured is Hove's last album, so.
Hove been retired since like 05. Let Hove tell it.
Hove retired. Hove literally on the Black album talks about, hey niggas, I'm done. Like it's a whole song dedicated.
Hove technically, Hove was only supposed to do Reasonable Doubt.
Like
I always tell people this, like they always say in the interview, Hove wasn't never trying to be no rapper.
Hell no, like
they said Hove was supposed.
I don't know if you have anything you want to add to that, or if that's just my little tirade.
I ain't got too much to say about Kendrick. Did you wait? We could talk about this later, but I just want to know, did you listen to Big Sean's shit yet?
Yeah, I don't. So I don't think
we could talk about it later. I listened to it. It ain't really all that.
So, and we'll discuss it more probably like on the next one because I want to have them good or just didn't sound like Big Sean.
I'll have to give it a second listen, just because I was sick and everything.
Cause
I listened to it. I mean, from what I was hearing, I wasn't like impressed.
Oh, they doing this weird.
And I don't know what it was that I felt was.
Why I think it shows Big Sean's reputation more than anything, because I think this is 100%. And that's where I'm going to end it. Just I don't want to really, like I said, I want to have more in-depth conversation on it later. I think this is his What a Time to Be Alive. Whereas I think What a Time to Be Alive is not a Drake project. It's a Future project that Drake just so happens to feature on every song. Like, but it's Future's project. This is a Metro Boomin project.
Yeah, but then
he just put Big Sean on it. And
Yeah,
I think,
I mean, Metro. That's the problem.
yeah. No, and it's like, well, because I think,
That's the difference.
but What a Time to Be Alive, I don't think is a good project. And mainly because I'm not a big Future fan. And so it's like, when I'm
Well,
told
but I
Future
mean,
and Drake,
but it's a difference. It's a difference solely off the strength that Future is another artist. So Future is on rapping or singing or whatever you want to say that Future does, versus Big Sean is really an artist. It's an artist and producer type thing.
yeah, it's just like,
It's hard to kind of it's hard to kind of that it's the same as that solely off of that, because it's like, you know, big. I mean, Drake and Future, they were like on tour together doing all of that stuff at that project came out. So it kind of made sense for them as a business decision.
it did 100%. And like, but I think
As
when,
far as what Big Sean and Metro did, I don't understand it. I don't understand why it wasn't one of the things that I don't think anybody felt like had to happen.
I don't know like if they actually are around each other, to be honest. I don't know what their situation is. So it's like, well, the reason why I compare it to What a Time to Be Alive is, like I said, I want to go super heavy into it, but it's like when you do an album and like Big Sean is credible enough to do like he has different types of songs on his album, right? Like you got the song that's, you talking about this, you got the song where you just spaz, and you got the song where you storytelling. That you can't do that with Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin makes one kind of song, and they dope songs. I'm not even trying to shit on him in any way, but when you only have that one style of song, and you're an artist like Big Sean, who I think the thing that makes him impressive is he does different styles than everybody else. Um, he's not even allowed to make different styles. He's just stuck doing this one type of song, and there's, I think, what, like 13, 14 songs on the album. I don't remember exactly how many, but it's like it takes away from what he's able to do creatively because he's literally in this box for X amount of songs. But like I said,
Right.
I want to kind of like that's more be more in depth. I think actually because I know we don't have a whole lot of time left. I did want to, even if we hit this topic back up, I wanted to at least get it out there. So I went back and watched when Joyner Lucas went up to Everyday Struggle, and he was talking about the beef with him and Logic and how he felt like Logic stole the idea for the song. And I will also have to admit, I had never heard Joyner Lucas's song, the 500, which kind of dealt with similar things.
I haven't heard it either.
It's a similar song in terms of like it talks about dealing with like struggling with like, whereas Logic is strictly mental health, Joyner is kind of more so like just struggling, like things that you might be going through, like things that are fucked up in your life, and it's like, hey, like there's people you can call to deal with these things. So, like, I get the point of like what he's talking about when he's like, he feels like Logic ripped him off. I would ask though, and I think the question that I'd like to put out there is, do you think? So there's songs, right? Like there's one hit wonders, right, where the song is bigger than the artist. Do you think there is such a thing as a song that is for the culture more than, or for the movement more so than it's for the artist?
You said if it's a song that's more so for
the culture, or for the meaning, should it matter that Logic wrote the song, or that Joyner Lucas wrote the song, or whatever? Like, name your favorite artist. Like, whoever's listening, like, name your favorite artist. Whatever song they want to do. Should a song that's about mental health and getting help for these people, shouldn't that song be bigger than the artist? And should it matter who puts it out?
Yes and no. Because it's like I do get what you're saying. As far as like, doesn't matter who puts it out. As far as like, I mean, as far as like just getting that message out there, then it's it's almost from a fan standpoint. It's like, yeah, it don't matter who puts it out there. But then it's also one of them things to where, at the end of the day, as an artist, even if these people are genuinely trying to put a specific message out there, they definitely want to make money from their ideas.
No, 100%, and that part I get. Like I guess more so. Like what's another song that comes to mind? What's like a fucking anthem? Give me like give me an anthem, yo. That's not just not like a club anthem, but like a
hood anthem, like all I want for my birthday is a big booty up.
That's
definitely an anthem. That's a hood anthem.
That is, but that's different. That ain't really spreading messages. I mean, it is, but not
shit.
You know, like, hey, like, with what's I'm trying to think of one right now, and I was hearing hella throwbacks at that concert last night. It'd have to be like a cultural anthem, like something that's like the message is positive or the message is strong. Without it being, you know, just bitches or getting money. What's
positive? What? So something positive.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of this. Like,
who raps about positive shit? Let's think. Hotline Bling. She used to call me on my cell phone.
Hey, yo.
She used to call me on my cell phone.
What was that song? I'm trying to think of some shit like. I'm really fucked up right now.
This might pick up everything.
Yeah, like.
She like all the way in the bedroom and it's picking up everything she's saying.
Yeah. Like.
But I mean, as far as what was the point you were trying to get across as far as?
So like, if you make a song, like, and I get the wanting to get paid for your art, wanting to be paid for your talent, and these guys spend a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort, and I'm not trying to take that away from them. But if you're making a song that's about mental health or about awareness of like a certain kind of struggle or a problem, shouldn't that song, like that song should be bigger than you, no matter who the artist is. Like it should be something that's like, yo, this needs to be out
something
there.
That can kind of, right, so it'll something that'll kind of translate, you know, through different genres and stuff like that, basically.
100%. And so it's like,
I mean, yeah, if you do it successfully, then yes.
And which is why, like, I get why Joyner's mad, but at the same time, and I'm like, if I'm him and both songs are like about different struggles and trying to get people help and trying to spread awareness, why should it matter if you feel like he kind of ripped off your idea? Like that idea should just be bigger than you, in my opinion.
But I mean, I think it's a difference had he got, you know, had they said I was inspired by this part, you know, saying that, you know, kind of giving some type of credit.
But is that the kind of thing you can give? Can you give him credit for that? Would be my response.
I mean, not giving him credit for doing it, but you could, you know, if you said that the idea kind of came from this person, like, you know, if you know that you didn't come up with that shit on your own. If you know that you didn't come up with that idea 100% on your own, then it, you know, you can at least kind of give credit to where you may have gotten an idea from, especially if it was another artist, even if it's one of them things to where you know, you're not saying that he wrote it for you or whatever, but you're saying like, oh, he kind of gave me the idea of it. Yeah. But then, I mean, even with that though, I think in the interview, didn't he say that it was Logic's manager that he told about the idea? So I don't think it was ever anything that Logic got directly from him.
No, 100%.
And I don't even, you know, it's a chance that maybe Logic's manager told Logic about it and didn't really mention anything about joining Lucas.
That's 100%. I think the manager, this is once again kind of going back to our first story, is the manager is the mom in the situation. Where like the manager I think was doing fuckboy shit. Comparatively to like where Logic's the child, where it's like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at him because of the actions of his manager. If his manager's doing like shady shit. With
See, but then it's one of the things to where it's like, I mean, we don't know if Jonah Lucas may have kind of reached out and, you know, said some of the logic, and then logic kind of brushed him off, and, you know, it was like, yeah, fuck that nigga.
no, 100%. And like that kind of stuff. I've always kind of stayed in the mindset of like I try not to assume those things because like there's just too much shit that happens in terms of like, especially when you're on like a major label. Like just too much backroom shit. We're just like niggas who like we'll never know of that's pulling strings and getting deals done, and like, you know, this song goes. Well, they always talk about like the songs that go to certain people that wasn't supposed to go to certain people.
That like those I like hearing those. I like hearing those conversations though. That's always like the most interesting shit when you hear like who the song was originally for, ended up getting it.
Yeah, because it makes you immediately think. It's like, yo, so what does it sound like? And you get to kind of make the song up in your head with like the style of the artist in mind.
Oh yeah, because you start picturing how they would have did it. Because I know. I think I've said plenty of times where they were talking about how "Pump It Up" was originally for Jay-Z, and then "Bring 'Em Out" was originally for DMX. Which I feel like that shit would have been hard. Like DMX on that "Bring 'Em Out." I can't remember what else. It was a couple of songs. I think when Swiss Beats did "Drink Champs" with Nori. He ended up kind of it was a bunch of different songs that he ended up saying, you know, that he had to other people.
Yeah. Speaking of that, actually, so this is the actual last point because we're gonna be up beyond an hour, and we already said this one was gonna be cut shorter. So what's happening first? Joe coming out of retirement or Migos jumping his ass?
Oh, we definitely. You know we're gonna have to get into this. We might end up with another episode on like by Wednesday or Thursday if you got time. But fucking, we definitely got to get into that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even know if he can really respond though.
Is it well? That's what I actually asked.
Now, I know that's like I know you said you watched the Jonah Lucas episode. Now that's like when Joe came. Yeah, so and when Joe came back, Joe asked like, all right, is it bullying if I respond to them? Because you know that they can't rap with me.
Yeah.
And then I kind of, then he was, he backpedaling that shit.
You know,
but I mean, it's like one of, it's one of the things where it's like, I don't even know if I would want him to come out of retirement just because I want him to rap. But it's like one of them things where I'm like, I don't even know if I really want to hear, like, I don't even know how he'll sound dissing the Migos.
Weird as shit.
Like, I don't even know what, and I feel like he went in the beef and he ain't responding, and I feel like he went like if you look it through like the comments and all of that stuff, and mind you, when Quavo posted the picture or whatever with Joe with the chain and the rocks in his hand and all that, mind you, Joe dropped the fire emojis underneath the picture.
Yeah,
anything Quavo posted about the shit, Joe been fucking being petty in the comments.
Now Joe's like, it was, it's.
I was just waiting. I was like, I'm trying to see how far it's gonna go because I'm like, they can only do so much so they don't get a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That's like they could post that picture on Instagram, but they can't use that picture as the picture for like the for the song or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a picture of Joe and he could sue their ass.
Well, they just hired for the video and shit, the fucking the replacement fucking Everyday Struggle crew.
Oh no, they did the video is done.
Oh, that's already done?
Yeah, it ain't out yet, but the video is done already. So they had like the fake Joe acting and the best and shit. They
You know what's some fuckboy shit?
The fake academic look ain't no Joe, Joe, Joe tweeted. He was like, I don't know why they ain't just called me and asked me to do the video because I would have did it.
Hey yo.
They was like they couldn't say they sold some money. He was like, I would have gladly came and did the video. Like that shit is funny.
Well, I was driven out. Academics applied for he tried out for his role.
Yeah.
How the fuck you try out? How do you not be you? Like, how did you go there?
How can you not get the role to play yourself?
Like,
that shit is funny.
Like, that's some like, hey, that and too. I'm like, like y'all on the same team. Like, how the fuck you just going, like, hey, you did it. Like, that's karma. That's why you didn't get the role. Like, how you not get yourself and you sat there and like, yeah, that was some fuckboy shit, academics. Who's the fuckboy of the day? We got the mom. We got Kendrick. I'm not gonna say M did fuckboy shit. We got academics. Hey yo, niggas, if you say M did fuckboy shit, niggas might come to your house and kill you. that's an army. Like, I don't know if I want that beef.
You must not have heard about academics chat niggas.
Hey, to all academics chat niggas, fuck y'all. Y'all being weird as shit. Y'all posting fucking 666 on his Instagram and shit, making sure pictures get deleted. Y'all niggas weird. But so yeah, we got academics. We got the mom. Who getting fuckboy of the day? That's gonna be the thumbnail for this video. Who getting fuckboy of the day?
I'm giving it to the mom easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
She in a class of her own. She like, you dumb bitch. Because then I know they said they was like, you know, the daughter is all on Twitter saying, oh, she's not a racist and all of that, but whatever.
Yeah, they all fucked up.
We definitely gonna be back later this week though.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I'll say that shit off stream. I don't even tell the rest of them niggas that. I actually realized I was about to say some like revealing shit about my schedule, and I'm like, these niggas don't need to know that yet. But anyway,
all right, let's wrap it up then.
Yeah. Don't forget, as always, on Twitter @Heartfelt Podcast.
On Twitter @NFShow_.
And you got anything you want to hear us talk about? You like the videos? Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Go hit us up on Twitch. Like, just keeping the conversation going. And yeah, shout out. I think I'm like at 37 views on Twitch, which is, you know, hey, that's 37. That's actually like 30 more than I thought I was gonna get. Cause I've definitely looked at that shit like 4 or 5 times, and I'm presuming you've looked at it at least once or twice. So you know, we going somewhere. And then if you're watching on YouTube,
coming up in the world.
Hell yeah! If you're watching on YouTube, go like, subscribe, watch that shit. It's dope to listen to. Like I said, I think the most common response I got was like listening to it during homework and shit, or during studying. You know, if you're just trying to laugh, have a good time, and hear some kind of intelligent conversation. Also, Killer Mike, once again, that nigga can rap his ass off. He fat as shit though. He might be bigger than Ross. He's
he's definitely bigger than Ross.
What's crazy though is like that nigga's like, and he be so hyped on stage that, and like when he start doing like his fast ass shit, that nigga be taking some deep ass breaths. Like you can see the exhaustion when he raps. But like, and it was actually dope because that was their last North American show. So like, or this year. So that was number 108, and we got an encore, all that shit. It was dope. The people in there was dope. I think I was like one of 5 niggas in that whole bitch. I don't know, like it was all white people, which was I'm not sure. I was kind of thrown off, but you know, whatever. Everybody welcome, right? Is that a culture vulture if you white at a hip hop show?
Yeah, you can damn near call anything a culture vulture, man. We ain't gonna ban white people from being able to listen to hip hop.
Hey, that's just hilarious. Anyway, though, as always, check us out when we back. Like I said, we'll probably be back Thursday or Friday, something like that. And we will catch y'all niggas next time.
We out.